Hello everyone and welcome back to your piano lesson. If you are here for the first time, I am Gianluca Fronda, your virtual piano teacher. If you want to discover interesting facts about me, you can watch the introduction video of this channel. I'm leaving the link in the description of this video, where you will find also the link for my artistic channel, Gianluca Fronda, pianist and composer, if you're interested in original music and covers. Talking about this channel, don't forget to subscribe and let me know about yourself by commenting. Tell me when you have started, if you're finding my channel interesting and you're improving your skills also thanks to my videos. And don't forget also to share with your friends if there is anybody interested in piano music, anybody that you know. So now time to go to our lesson. Today is time for the 10th music theory lesson. Today I have to talk about the semiquavers, or 16th. They are exactly 1/4 of count. I hope that you have been watching the previous tutorials. Anyways, please be advised there is the link for the playlist with all the videos that I've already published, all the 9 videos published until today. Feel free to watch them to see if there is any specific topic of the music theory that you would need to clarify, to improve a little bit more. Anyways, let's dive into the lesson. It's indeed time now to divide the count even more. Let's start first of all from remembering the concept of count. The count obviously is the result. Count note is the result of a subdivision of the big semibreve that has been divided in 2 minims or 2 half notes, and then divided in each minim or each half note in 2 quarter notes or crotchets. So 4 of them to make 1 semibreve or whole note, 2 of them to make 1 minim or half note. Then we discovered that the count, the crotchet, the quarter note can be divided in 2 half count notes. This is the single quaver, or the single 8th note, quaver for the British English, 8th note for the American English. In general, anyways, they are half count notes. Half count notes. Don't get confused. One thing is the half note, according to the American language, that is the minim, the British minim. But another thing is the one that I call half count note, to make it easy. It's not an official name, it's a practical name that I like to mention. The real official name of these notes is quaver for the British English and 8th notes for the 8th note for the American English. Now it's time to divide even more these one. Each of them can be divided in 2 semiquavers or 2 16th. We will simply add 1 extra flag, 1 extra tail. So we will have again 1 head, 1 stem, and instead of 1 tail or 1 flag, 2 tails. And I'm going to write it now. So let's start from writing semiquavers. Or 16th. So 16th note, and in general this is the one that I can also call, but this is, I keep saying, a very practical help, quarter of count. Each of them is a quarter of count. How is it written indeed? It can be. Now I simply write it here in the middle. I draw in the middle. So 1 head, 1 stem, and 2 tails. It can be also written obviously with a head up, stem down, and 2 tails or flag. Then, same as the quavers, they can also be joined. For example, we can have 2 semiquavers joined, or even more, we can have 4 of them joined. And indeed, obviously in this way you see that they are exactly, each of them, 1/4 of count. Obviously also these ones can be written with the heads up, stem down, and so we have 4 doesn't matter. Sometimes can be even, and now let me maybe do in a different way. So sorry, this is 2 lines, yeah? Sometimes let's maybe write now some more practical example. Whichever it is the time signature is not a problem. For example, sometimes you can have 2 written here, yeah, in the treble clef, and 2 written here, for example, and they can be drawn in this way. They are anyways 4 semiquavers. You see, 2 with the stem down, 2 with the stem up, joined in this way. There are many ways of writing them, depending on the single case. The most important thing now to clarify, it's the way you will have to consider in practice, the way you will have to play them. And obviously it's all related to the counting, to the way you count. Restarting again from scratch from the simple count note, we said that when we have the simple count note and we are in a 4/4, simple count notes, the crotchets or quarter notes, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, then we carry on, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, then in this case each of them is 2 counts, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, keeping the continuity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We discovered, studying the quavers, that in this case is definitely useful to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we are in a 4/4 time signature, yeah? And then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then so on. Now you might ask, but how do I count? If studying and playing the half count notes, the quavers, the 8th notes, I had to add and. What do I add now? What can I use? And my practical and simple advice is the one of using a, that we can write in many ways, using the at that we use when we write the email address or the letter A. It's up to you really. Now, let's be very practical. So we have to learn how to pass from the count, from the crotchet, the quarter note, to the 2 quavers, remember, whichever is the way you write the quaver, up, down, doesn't matter. And we have done, we did the number, 1, 2, 3 or 4, I'm expressing using the letter N, number. And here we added and, okay? Now I want to divide each of them into equal parts. Here it was enough, the number n, could be 1, 2, 3, 4, whichever. Now I have to divide even more, each of them, each half count, into equal parts. And I can do it this way. I'm going to join them, yeah? You've understood that it's possible. See, to be exact, we have to prolong the stem. And now, what will we do? These 2 obviously are making the first half. These 2 are making the second one. So the number will definitely fall here, because it's the start of the count. The end will definitely be here, because it's the start of the second half. 2 for one, 2 for the other one. It's here that I want to add something. Now to make it easy, I'm writing, for example, the at, yeah? Number A and A. This one could be the way you count the 16th, the semiquavers, the quarters of count. 1A and A, 2A and A, 3A and A, 4A and A. And this is very practical. We could write, for example, now, nice example. It's enough the treble clef. I'm going to write 4/4, and I can do. Let's start from the middle C, 2 counts. Then we write 4 semiquavers. And we write 2 quavers. In this way I show you in practice how an example with 3 different values can work. It will be, obviously. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... And now it's obvious that you have to definitely work very hard keeping the speed of the count. Obviously there is a very, there is a simple way to help yourself. You can use the metronome, and indeed why not using it? I will use at 60 beats per minute. That makes it easy. So this is now the speed of the count. In this beat has to fit one count. Obviously in this case it will be 2 counts you will need. 1 and 2 and... So 1, 2, or better, 1 and 2 and... You will see in practice exactly here. And now, here we are. The 4 notes, they have to fit exactly in one count. 3A and A, 3A and A, 3A and A is maybe too fast for you at the moment. Okay, let's lower even more the speed. 40 beats per minute. It will be 1 and 2 and 3A and A, 4 and... I repeat, 1 and 2 and 3A and A, 4 and... You have to be able to pass from a binary subdivision to a quaternary one. Ta, 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 yan, tan, 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 ta. Because it is obvious that if you don't do it, the risk of playing the semiquavers or the quavers or the minim itself at different speeds, it's really high. One of the most commonly noticed tendencies, in my case after many years of teaching, after so many years of experience teaching, is that obviously students of any level, any age, that are not very well trained at the beginning, they have the tendency of playing the whichever way. So they could be 1, 2, 3, ta, ta, ta. But these are the semiquavers. They have to fit in one count. They can't be so slow. They have to be 1 and 2 and ya da 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 da. Many times students refuse to count because they think, hey, I know how to do. No, dear, you don't know how to do. So obviously it's possible, I confirm that I've never been counting in my life, never. But why? Because I've been dividing the counts always in this way. First of all, I was dividing the bars in the elements, the counts, in the beats, using the right hand. When you do the solfege, in the fourth, when you do the 4/4, you do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. At the very beginning we were doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Seems that we are making a cross. At the end it is a cross. It's a cross in the air. And this is the action of the conductor. Obviously then it's transformed in a much more artistic and poetic way. But we were dividing, first of all, indeed, in our mind, the bar in the beats with the right hand. And then we were dividing each beat, each count, in the half counts with the left hand, 1 and 2, and even though it's visible with the right, the action, you start from the middle, you do 1 and it's obvious that these are 2 half actions, half counts, 1 and 2 and, but to help ourselves even more, we were dividing with the left, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Obviously, when it comes to semiquavers, you know, if you study, if you're clever, that you have to place 2 semiquavers in the first half and 2 semiquavers in the second half, not splitting, not waiting, not creating any gap in between. But why not dividing using 4 fingers? And then when you have the semiquavers, you can do 1A and A, 2A and A, 3A and A, 4A and A. You see? Ta 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 ta, yan ta ta ta, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 for the first half, 3, 4 for the second one. And you can either count 1, 2, 3, 4 at the beginning, or respecting the identity of the count, calling each count with its own number. 1, 2, 3, 4, you can do 1A and A, 2A and A, 3A and A, 4A and A, and this is a specific case. So, work very hard passing from the binary subdivision to the quaternary one. 1 and 2 and 3A and A, 4 and is exactly the specific case. could be the quaternary 1 could be needed at on the first count. You can do 1A and A, 2 and 3 and 4 and. The cases could be many. You could have quaternary subdivision in every single count. For example, let me give you more examples. So this one had the subdivision in 4 equal parts on the third count. We can have one that has the subdivision, the semiquavers on the first count. And then we have, for example, one crotchet, and then we do 2 quavers and 1 crotchet at the end. In this case you would do 1A and A2 and 3 and 4 and. In practice, 1A and A2 and 3 tan ta. It's a very tricky example that I wrote for myself. If you don't pass the thumb, you don't play it. Or you can have the subdivision, the semiquavers on the second count. You see, it's very simple. It's nothing so strange or too complicated. We can have 2 quavers here, and then 1 crotchet here. In this case it would be 1 and 2A and A3 and 4 and. In practice it is 1 and 2A and A3 and 4 and. So we have noticed, we have written, so semiquavers on the first count, semiquavers on the second count, semiquavers on the third count, and you can easily understand that I can have semiquavers also on the fourth count. Why not? Maybe now even more with a dotted minim, dotted half note, and then 4 semiquavers on the last count, just to show you more examples. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4A and A. In practice it is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4A and A. Or as I mentioned, you could have for example, 2 blocks of semiquavers and something else, like cheek, cheek. I'm giving you many examples. In this way you will be ready. As soon as you will find them, you will face them in practice. And the big meaning. Or, why not, even 4 blocks of semiquavers. You will have 6 16th. And let's have fun with some different pattern. So, the first one, obviously 1A and A, 2A and A, 3 and 4 and 1A and A, 2A and A, 3A and A, 4A and A. It's a tongue twister, this example. The one in the second bar will be, in practice, 1A and A, 2A and A, 3 and 4 and. Mind that I am counting when I play the C, then I swap from the quaternary to the binary. And then the last example, the last bar it is. Let's see how it is. It will be interesting to play. 1A and A, 2A and A, 1A and A, 2. Oh, very nice. So it is 1A and A, 2A and A, 3A and A, 4A and A. I do it again. 1A and A, 2A and A, 3A and A, 4A and A. Funny, nice. I hope that it's more than ever clear now. You have to simply understand that once you notice in the bars, in the pieces, the semiquavers, get ready. First of all, count, check how fast you can play the semiquavers. Due to technical problems, to your skills. According to the speed of the semiquavers, 4A and A or 3A and A, then decide the speed of the count. Taka ta ta 1 2 3 4 4A and A, 3A and A, 2A and A, 1A and A. I'm going backwards, and then you will do 1 and 2 and keep the same speed. Try to decide the speed according to the speed that you can cope with when it comes to semiquavers, to 16th, and then simply practice a little bit. Pass from binary subdivision to quaternary. 1 and 2a and a 3 and 4a and a ta ta tita tita ta ta yan ta ta ta. Okay? So I hope that it's enough. This is a simple general explanation of the semiquavers of the 16th. Then the applications will be many, indeed more videos are coming talking about the semiquavers of the 16th, and we will discover many possible combinations more complicated than these ones. If you have any question, anyways, feel free to comment to let me know how it's going. If it's the first time you're landing on my channel, thanks to this video, don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one. Bye.